Welcome to How to Dance with a Partner. Like and subscribe. This is the sugar push, also called a push break. This is our first of our 5-6 count figures that we use in West Coast Swing. We're going to start here with an overview, and then we'll look at first the ladies' footwork, the man's footwork, and then any other details. This is our first figure that we learn in our beginner class. This starts with a send out, and then we'll do the sugar push. There'll be 3 sugar pushes, and then an underarm pass, and then 3 more sugar pushes.
Will be like a holiday when my baby comes home. Now she's been gone such a long time. Ever since she's been gone, girl's been on my mind. Got a letter to.
When we say 6 count figures, we're talking about the number of beats. So there's 6 beats. And there's actually 8 steps in swing for a 6 count figure. And those steps are walk, walk, triple step, triple step. Another way that we can count those steps are 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. The leader's going to send her out and then do a sugar push, and I'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 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 Our rule in swing dancing for our basics is to finish on 4 and do 5 and 6 in place. So you can see that they both did that. Let's watch. 1, 2, 3, and finish. 4 is finish. And then 5 and 6 in place. 5 and 6. That was a send out. We're interested in the sugar push, so let's watch that one. 3 and 4. This is 4. And then they finish in place. And the lady has to create the distance. 5 and 6. Good. Now let's look at how they move together. So for our beginner class, the beginners will keep the same distance. The leader has to actually collapse his frame here. So we don't teach that right away to beginners. It's too much. Beginners will just march back and forth, keeping the same distance. The leader's going to bring his hands in to allow the follower to get close to him. And they're going to collapse the distance and then recreate the distance. Let's watch how that works. So you see how they now close together? That's because you see the leader's elbow is now here, and before it was way out there. And this is the lady's choice. So she also collapsed her frame and let her elbows come in so she could get closer. So if she kept her elbows straight, she would still be back here. This is the lady's option. And then he sends her back. 4, she has to recreate the distance. 4, he's going to finish. He wants to give her plenty of room to recreate the distance, so he's not going to come too far forward. Okay, so you're watching they're getting close together and further back. This is characteristic of West Coast swing styling. We think of the sugar pushes are basic for West Coast swing, but it's not a true basic because we cannot dance it the entire dance because, as you can see, the figure progresses in this direction, in the direction the lady's facing, because the lady takes 3 steps forward and only 2 steps back. So the couple moves in this direction. So we need another figure to turn around and go back the other way. Whereas in Lindy Hop or other swing dances, we can just do our basic step for the entire dance. Similarly in salsa, the same thing. You can just do the basic step. So the sugar push is not a true basic. And we don't have any other option as a true basic for West Coast swing. So we actually need 2 figures to be able to dance an entire dance. Okay, so what he's going to do here is to change places. And we call this a pass with an underarm turn. And then they'll do 3 more sugar pushes. Let's watch. And you can watch how the sugar push progresses. So when they change places, they'll be starting here, and after 3 sugar pushes, I'll be over here.
Now she's been gone such a long time. Ever since she's been gone, girl's been on my mind. Got a letter to...
Now let's take a look at the lady's footwork. For all 5 of our 6-count figures, the lady's footwork is the same for her first 2 steps and her last 3 steps. 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 are the same for all the figures. The only footwork that changes is 3 and 4. And for all 5 figures, she walks forward on 1 and 2, and then 5 and 6 are in place. And as we already know, she finishes on 4. In the sugar push, after her first 2 steps forward, her 3rd step will also be forward. So it's 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. Now this 3rd step in the sugar push is a rock step. So she rocks forward, and then she goes back on and 3 and finish on 4. Those are the 3 steps that are characteristic of the sugar push. Let's watch the finish of this. 3 and, that's and back 4. And 5 and 6 in place. Let's watch it from the top without me interrupting. When my baby comes home. And we'll watch lady's footwork from the other side. Now she's been gone such a long time. Ever since she's been gone, girl's been on my mind. Got a letter to... Now we'll take a look at the man's footwork. The man's footwork for his 5 6-count figures in West Coast swing is the same for all his steps except his 1st and 4th step. So his last 3 steps, 5 and 6, are the same. Those are always in place for his basic. And his 2nd step, he always brings his feet together or close together on number 2. And then 3 and is a rock step backwards and then forwards to then finish on 4. So his footwork is 1 is either going to go straight back or back into one side or the other side. Then he's going to bring 2 near to his 1st step. Then he's going to rock 3 and step finish on 4. 4 is going to be his step where he finishes. And then 5 and 6 in place. So in the sugar push, you just go straight back. So 1 step back, 2 together, we can think of it as that. Then 3, rock back, step forward, and 4. And then 5 and 6 in place. On his 3rd step, he's going to do it 3 different ways. One, he's going to do it together. The second one, which is the one that we teach to our beginners, is he's going to rock backwards and then come forward. And the 3rd one, he's just going to kind of do a little bit of a tap to the side. Let's watch. When my baby comes home. And he's going to do the underarm pass, and we'll watch from this other angle. Now she's been gone such a long time. Ever since she's been gone, girl's been on my mind. Got a letter to... Now that we've seen the footwork for the lady and the man, let's take a look at how this is led and followed. To lead her forward, the man is going to move the connection in this direction, straight. The lady follows the law of direction, which is once she starts going straight, to continue to go straight until she cannot go any further. The sugar push requires 2 leads. 1 lead to come forward and 1 lead to go back. There's no tension or pressure. He doesn't pull on her to get her to come forward. He doesn't push on her to go back. He just moves his body, his hand, in the direction he wants her to go, and she moves hers. Let's watch. So he blocks her, which stops her forward movement. This is very light. They're not pushing on each other here. And to send her back, he moves the connection back. When my baby comes home. And that's all the the language that they're communicating. Go straight, stop, go straight back and stop. But he doesn't stop her. She stops herself. So when she gets back here, he doesn't pull on her to stop her. There's no pressure here. Couple things, other things we want to look at here. He's going to ask her to come forward by actually settling on this foot. That's his right foot. This is his left foot. When he settles on 5 and 6, you're going to see that he's going to take his weight back this way. That brings his whole body back just a little bit, but it's enough to signal to her to come forward. Let's watch. There, you see that? He's settling back here, and that starts her forward movement. We're going to just back up a little bit so you can see it in slow motion. So when we lead and follow, we communicate with our partner, we want it to be part of our dancing. We don't want to be something external to our dancing. When we dance with tension here, it's very obvious to our partner that we're leading them, we're doing something to them. And that's not nice, right? We're dancing around, we're doing our thing, and then someone's pushing or pulling on you. So that's not good. And you can see when you watch people dancing, especially on videos, you can see that their elbows will be bent here, and you can see there's tension in the hand, and they're pulling on each other the whole time. Here, when we don't use any tension or pressure, the arms are relaxed. The hands are quiet. There's nothing going on. And you're going to watch. We're going to do it in slow motion. Watch how when he settles into his foot, he's going to take his weight and bring it back this way. And that brings his hand forward just a tiny bit, and it's enough to let her know that she's asked to come forward. There. So he settled here. Can you see? She's moved her weight from the back of this foot to the front of this foot. She's starting to come forward. That's something you have to practice. It's good for you to be aware of it so you don't think that we're just actually pulling and pushing on each other. There's this lengthening and closing of the distance between the two partners. Right here when we start, she's actually going to elongate a little bit. She's going to delay coming forward just a slight bit. And we want that for West Coast swing. We're going to watch that this connection is going to get elongated before it starts coming forward. There. So she delayed it just a little bit, and we got a little bit of a stretch here. But they didn't pull on each other. She just lengthened her arm, and he lengthened his.
Now she's been gone such a long time. Ever since she's been gone, girl's been on my mind.
So that's really nice. So coming together and going apart. We like that in West Coast swing. We're going to look at one more thing. We'll start here with the send out. This is going to be your 5 and 6. Now, this is not an anchor step. In West Coast swing, people teach an anchor step, but we don't teach an anchor step. We don't have any need for an anchor step. His hand is that way, and her hand touching the front of his hand. They can't pull on each other. He's not leading her forward, so there's no reason for us to teach an anchor step. When you use tension and pressure, you have to tell her to anchor in place because he's actually leading her forward, right? He's tugging on her. We don't do that. She's just following what is being led. She does her 5 and 6 in place because that's what he had asked her to do, stay where she is, by not actually giving her a signal to go anywhere. Watch. So 5 and 6 in place because he hasn't led her forward yet. Now she comes forward. And again, when he sends her back, she's going to do her 5 and 6 in place because if she went any further back, she would lose connection, and he hasn't asked her to come forward. 5 and 6 in place. And now he's starting to settle on 6, and that's her signal to come forward. There. Those are enough details for us to cover here about the sugar push. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Visit us at www.partnerdancing.com. Sign up for our free newsletter.